There are a lot of great enhancements in SolidWorks Simulation 2015 to really help solve analysis needs faster, as well as get greater understanding of the performance of your design. With nonlinear analysis, it's sometimes difficult to know how the model is performing during the solve until the very end. That need has been addressed in 2015 with the ability to view nonlinear results at each time step while solving. This gives you immediate feedback as to what is taking place in the model. So it's easy to see if there's a problem or identify if something's not correct, and stop the calculation and correct it immediately, instead of having to wait until it completes. This can be a huge time saver in addition to providing immediate feedback on the progress. It's been a challenge in the past to analyze models subjected to a large number of load conditions. In 2015, the new Load Case Manager makes it very easy to set up a large number of load conditions in a tabular format. There are even filters for focusing just on loads, restraints, or connectors. It's quite flexible and easy to modify with the ability to toggle on specific loads or restraints, as well as adjust the values of the loads to suit the load condition. For example, let's apply a torque load to the bracket. This interface makes it very convenient to tailor the loads as needed. Formulas and equations can be used to combine load cases together to ensure compounded performance requirements are satisfied. As you can see, this covers many facets of testing in one location, significantly reducing time and the setup work needed. Results are viewed in the same tabular format where you can look at any of the load cases that have been run. You can also track critical performance information using sensors to compare performance across the load cases, such as peak stresses or deflections. This aids in identifying the most critical load cases. When it comes to vibration analysis, durability and fatigue are a common concern, but it's also beneficial to identify key characteristics for the various vibration modes. This is in addition to our response frequency graphs we have, which don't give us the insight we need into the key contributions for our different components. So a new frequency response graph has been added to enable review of mass participation for the modes. This helps in identifying the direction being excited by a particular mode, as well as the proportion. In this instance, we can see the Z component is being excited for the first mode the most, followed by XY for the second mode, and so on. We can also adjust to look at the cumulative mass participation to show over all of the modes the cumulative amounts combined. So we can see for the Z component, the first mode is the key contributor. Fatigue studies now support loads from random or harmonic vibration analysis. Specific frequencies can now be chosen to perform a life analysis, or multiple frequencies at different cycle amounts can be used to determine cumulative damage. This is a great way for verifying the durability of your design. New for 2015 for SolidWorks Simulation are improvements for managing properties of shell structures. There's a new shell manager that enables a convenient way to specify properties of shells in the model. A listing of defined shells is displayed at the bottom of the screen. The display can be adjusted to display shell material on screen and in the list, as well as shell thicknesses. The thickness of selected items can be previewed in 3D on screen to ensure the offset option is correctly set for each shell. The thickness, material, and offset can also be adjusted directly from the table. In the left column is a groups category. The power of using groups is being able to assign uniform properties to multiple surfaces. So for example, we modify the base lateral thickness, then that applies to all the surfaces in that group. This saves an incredible amount of time in manually adjusting each surface one by one. Another aspect improved in 2015 is not only the aspect of creating and solving shell models, but also with automated contacts. In particular, self-bonding for sheet metal parts with gaps was not supported. This is automatically accounted for in Simulation 2015, so when we compare the results, bonding is being honoured. So some great enhancements for shell models in 2015 that will make model setup and modification much easier. Due to the lengthy solve time in most nonlinear analyses, any means of simplifying the model is greatly beneficial. We now support cyclic symmetry in nonlinear analysis. As in the case of this brake rotor, we need only take one segment to perform the analysis, significantly reducing the model size and solve time to verify the performance. SolidWorks Simulation also supports the display of symmetric results on the full model to make it easier to visualize and convey results to other people. Symmetry analysis also gives us the ability to do far more refined analysis in less time than was previously possible. Also new is support for self-contact on a face. This is important in parts that have swept or lofted features, or that just have faces that can bend back and contact themselves. This is also the default contact for when a single face is selected. This avoids workarounds in the past where you had to split up faces to account for these scenarios. So this really simplifies the workflow and setup for tackling these types of situations. So SolidWorks 2015 delivers a lot of great capabilities for understanding our model performance as well as getting solutions in a much shorter time frame.